Movie review, Happy Gilmore. I had to go watch Happy Gilmore, released in 1996, straight after watching Happy Gilmore 2, released 25th of July 2025. And I can tell you for a fact that the attention to details in matching the first release to its sequel is ingenious. We know how people often dread sequels to much-loved movies, fearing that there'd be a flop, right? This one surpassed expectations in my opinion. It stayed on theme, maintaining focus throughout. Stick with me on this review, and I'll tell you why I think so. Written by Adam Sandler himself alongside Tim Herlihy, this sports comedy Happy Gilmore 2 2025, as a sequel to Happy Gilmore 1996, is directed by Kyle Newacek, produced by Adam Sandler alongside other co-producers, and executively produced by David Bosch and several others. Synopsis. Happy Gilmore Adam Sandler became a widower after he accidentally hits his beloved wife Virginia Vennett Gilmore Julie Bowen with his golf ball. This ugly, sad, and unfortunate incident plunged him into depression as he took a nosedive into reckless alcoholism that he could hardly keep a job to maintain his 5 kids. When his only daughter Vienna Sunny Madeline Sandler, by a stroke of luck brought about by her talent, gets a slot at a prestigious ballet dancing school in Paris, France, Happy would do all within his powers to raise her fees of $300,000, $75,000 per annum for 4 years. He would then return to the sports he swore never to take on again. But things aren't going as he thought it would, especially combining a bad temper with a drinking problem. My take, though with some silly, senseless, and baselessly ridiculous and exaggerated scenes at times, Happy Gilmore 2, however, stayed true to the Adam Sandler signature and effect. I mean, what's an Adam Sandler movie without some significant delulu? It certainly served that humor and hit the nail right on the head. Its flashbacks not only help in refreshing viewers' memories and casting their minds back to the first part, they equally set some sort of nostalgia feelings for people who saw the first one, Happy Gilmore, in the 90 seconds or later. The most important aspect for me in this movie is how it passed some very homely and warm messages of a father who would do anything for his children, including deliberately and consciously putting in that effort to quit a terrible habit so as to achieve his goal. It's how Happy had his alcohol hidden in all sorts of weird places, in every nook and cranny, for me inside a cucumber, inside a golf ball, TV remote, even inside his phone, and in his cuckoo clock. That was really hilarious. Loved to have seen Adam Sandler's real daughter Sunny Sandler play his only daughter in this film. I couldn't stop gushing over her beauty whilst watching. You can imagine my joy when I realized, upon further research on the film as per usual, that she's his daughter for real. She's a screen diva, such gorgeousness. Happy and his caddy, Oscar. I loved Happy's caddy, Oscar, played by Bad Bunny. His role was such a beautiful one as it depicts loyalty in a comic way, which the actor interpreted effortlessly. It was touching and funny at the same time, especially when he felt dizzy and collapsed. Oh, least I forget, Bad Bunny is such a super charming buddy. I believe a rom-com starring himself and Sunny would make a hit movie. I'd be running ahead of myself to see it if there ever would be one, that is if there isn't already. After watching the first part straight after seeing the sequel, away from all the humor and shenanigans, I can very well say I noticed something that remained constant between the two. This is the fact that in both parts of the movie, Happy had a motivating factor. Each of these in the movies were always a driving force for him. This makes the film very relatable, compelling, and believable. In the first part, though Happy was chasing his dream as a hockey player, which he was terrible at, when his grandmother's house got repossessed by the IRS, Happy accidentally stumbled upon another skill, one he was born for and talented at actually. Happy would then take on golf as a sport to help raise money to $175,000 at the back of to reclaim his grandma's house built by his grandfather. This was his motivation throughout the first part. Not in the second part, Happy Gilmore 2, Happy's driving force became his daughter's fees, $300,000 for her dancing school. Nah, show me a more dedicated and intentional father, and I'll show you Happy Gilmore relentless, determined, and committed to making his daughter happy. On the flip side of the coin, though, can we then say Happy was more focused on, in particular, about his daughter only? This is because all his sons appeared to be some bizarre bunch with all their awkward attitudes. Well, I guess an apple doesn't fall far from its tree, right? And it appears that some fathers are like that in real life, paying more attention to and caring more for their daughters than their sons. The first Happy Gilmore highlighted on anger management expressed in Happy had a short fuse as his reaction to the trauma of losing his father. The second part depicted how people take to alcohol to momentarily escape from their realities of losing a loved one. It then proffered a solution as per talking therapy. All these were carefully wrapped in humor without losing on both. The end of Happy Gilmore too subtly touched on the downside of EVs, electric vehicles. This is seen in the scene where Happy forgot to charge his car and became stranded in the middle of nowhere. But my question is, how did he get there so fast, enough to wave at the airplane? Conclusion: this is a family movie. Rated 12, viewers' discretion is however advised, as there are cuss words flying here and there. With a runtime of 1 hour 5 minutes, this is a perfect movie for a Netflix and chill if you like comedy that's well put together. In case you haven't seen the first part, it suggests you do. That way, you can fully appreciate this one. But if you haven't, not to worry. This part can pretty much be watched and enjoy as a standalone due to the brilliant style of storytelling, which took off with a brief voice-over and then progresses, with quite an impressive dose of flashbacks, making it easy for viewers to follow the story. The plot is straightforward. The direction is focused. A subtle highlight on the battle between traditional and modern golfing. Love the intentional mention of Tiger Woods, one of the greatest golfers of all time. Acting is tight and believable. My best acts are undoubtedly Bad Bunny as Happy's caddy and Sunny Sandler as Happy's daughter. Though with its flaws here and there, this is nonetheless an interesting and entertaining piece. And it is quite educational too, especially with its reference to gingivitis, a moth disease. Rating this movie will be 5/10. Have you seen this? What did you think?